Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Today's gonna be the day that they're gonna bring it back to you. But right now, you should have somehow realized what you had to do. And I don't believe anybody feels the way I do about you now. Let me claim today's points. Bam. 93. Yes. Right now, you should have somehow realized what you had to do. And I don't believe anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead you there are winding. And all the lights that guide your way are blinding. And I don't believe in anybody. I'm petting cats. About you now. Do I have a favorite football team? No, not particularly. No. 1987 San Francisco 49ers. You know, uh, nothing, nobody in today's era that I paid any attention to for real. You know, uh, oh, you're gonna get on them your leftovers, huh? You like that, don't you? What's happening, man? What's happening? Man, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Beautiful morning. It's supposed to have a heat index of 110 today. So it's supposed to be really hot today. Really hot today. Um, I got to get warmed up before I get to going in today. Oh, wow. So this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Yes, Pepsi at 8:01. Are you ready for Pepsi and dabs? Do another line of what?
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning. I just want to make sure you were still here. There's a big ragline telegram will come out the JB Bridge going out into St. Louis. I just want to make sure you were still
I'm
here.
not going nowhere yet. How you doing this morning?
I'm fine. I'm actually doing pretty good this morning.
All right.
Got cold last night. Did you get cold?
No.
No. I did. Did you turn your air off?
How come white folks don't be putting no seasoning on their food? You talking to the wrong kind of white folks, bro. You know what I'm saying? Vato loco. Gringo el loco. Gringo el loco. Yeah, you talking to the wrong white folks. You think this lady right here don't put no seasoning in her food?
I season my food. I'm sleepy. Don't look at me.
You don't think that lady seasons her food? Hold up. And my little brother right here, hey, and my little brother right here, he don't look that white, huh? He don't look that white. He don't look that white. But oh well, they gonna call us racist. Let me ask you a question, man. How can you have? Hey, that's good. That's good. I like that one. Oh fucking Jesus! Did you get those tattoos done during an earthquake? Uh, you just asked me. Yeah, I got them during an earthquake. How can you expect to have a meaningful conversation about what you guys talk about when you censor the chat and don't allow people on the panel that have viable solutions? That was funny. You got to find somebody with like worse Parkinson's, though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Oh, sketchy ass tattoos I got. Uh, I'm not worried about people in the comments, man. Uh, it's rosin. It's hash rosin. It's like wax here, but it's not made with a BHO or butane or anything. It's a cold cure solventless process. I use a combination of toilet paper and wipes. You know what I'm saying? I kind of go with both. I kind of start off with the toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll go in and fine tune it with the wipes. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll top it off with a little bit of toilet paper, pat dry. You know what I'm saying? As to, you know, absorb all moisture that may be there due to the wetness of the wipe. Right? I don't want damp booty hole. Damp booty hole. I don't want that. Doesn't feel, nah. Nope, I don't like the damp booty hole. Don't like it. No, I don't like the dampness in the booty hole. No. Can't have that. That is good. No, I am not in North Carolina. I am not in North Carolina. I am in Alton, Illinois. Early in the morning, rising to the street. Light me up my fat ass joint, and I strap shoes on my feet. So, I heard that Triple Tim wanted to discuss the state of the country rap and what could be done, viable options and whatnot to help grow the genre. And gave an open panel, waited for the open panel. You know, I couldn't get up on the panel. I wasn't allowed on the panel. Never do they, you know, actually want real opinions and people on the panel to discuss viable solutions and ways that we may actually be able to help the entirety of the genre. No. Tim doesn't want to discuss that. Yeah. When you're gonna open the panel to discuss the state of country rap, and the first person you bring up on the panel is Nuggy, you're not trying to really openly discuss growth of the lane. Not when you're throwing conversation blockers up out the gate. How much time have I done? Over 20 years, less than 30. Um, every angle, every a fix. uh, you know, I'm gonna start a show. I'm gonna start going live every night at 5:45 p.m. We're gonna talk about this and we're gonna do that and we're gonna. That's not a solution. That's an announcement. That's a showtime. That's the same old, same old. Grow some teeth, crackhead. You ain't never got to tell me to grow some dick, though, do you? You ain't got to do that, huh? You tell me to grow some teeth, but you ain't never got to tell me to grow some dick, do you? Oh, no. I ain't got to ever say that, do you? One thing you ain't never heard a hater tell Dub is grow some penis, have you? Nope, sure haven't. You know why? Motherfucker already got enough, right? Huh? What I lack in teeth, I make up for in fucking penis. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? You'd think I had fangs. I know I start the day off with an unfair advantage. I start the day off with an unfair advantage, man. Because you know how they say everybody's equal, we all equal? That's a damn lie. That's a motherfucking lie. Ain't nothing real about that. Uh-uh. We ain't all equal. No, no, no. Oh, Mr. Blessed one over here. Blessed. Like a motherfucker. You see a smile on my face? Oh, my girlfriend has the same smile. Trust and believe. Good morning, Sherry. I'm not making nothing gay. I got a girlfriend. She went and saw Meet Me in St. Louis last night. She works from home today. It's going to be 115. I might probably on her, pull up on her. What's up, woman? Oh, what's up, woman? Oh, what's up, woman? Drink you some water, bud. Cat's drinking water. You know, there is such a biased regime. You know what I'm saying? A biased fucking group of individuals that are censored. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, they have a right to speak. This person has a show on a channel on YouTube, so yeah, they qualify as an authoritarian on what needs to happen and change and do good in the country rap lane. Hold up, and this person, he's an artist. He's been a country rapper for 3 years. He definitely has a spot at the table to discuss a viable means in which we can grow the genre. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's wise beyond our years. He's been a country rapper for 3 years. Give him the mic. Let's see what they got to say. Uh, who are you? Oh, I just got a YouTube channel. I get on there every morning and nod out. And just, oh yeah, you're an authoritarian. You definitely need a place at the committee on the board of the chairman, the committee of individuals that are gonna find the solution. You know what I'm saying? The find the solution committee. But the one person that is actually investing money, not just spending time on panels talking about something, but the one person that is spending money to affect growth in this lane is banned from any discussions. Good luck with your solutions, y'all. Good luck with your solutions. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Good luck with your solutions. Because I sat and listened for a while last night until it was just so frustrating. I was like, you know what, man? Motherfuckers aren't really looking for solutions. They're trying to fucking point out that there's an elephant in the room. And then if somebody shows up and does throw support behind FAFO 100, oh my God. Let that be the reason. Yeah. No, I'm not institutionalized. I've suffered the effects of institutionalization due to my social demeanor, but it's not a dilemma. You know what I'm saying? It's not debilitating in any kind of way. It's it's an asset, as a matter of fact. It allows me to stay free of the fuckery that goes on in society on social media from people that worry about what other people think. When you gotta fucking get butt naked every day and lift your ball sack and squat and cough and spread your butt cheeks for a fucking stranger to see if you got dope in your ass every fucking day when coming back from work, you tend to stop giving a fuck about what other people think of you. You know what I'm saying? You no longer harbor that fucking, self-consciousness. Self-consciousness is not just when you've stripped down fucking so many times in front of absolute fucking strangers, bared all, literally and figuratively. Dope was in my ass too. There was dope in my ass too. I just, man, I got them sphincter muscles, kept that shit in. Cough. What do you think if I just start fucking coughing my lungs out, something's gonna fall out my ass, CO? Man, just cough. I swallowed a balloon in a visiting room one day. Man, it took me fucking 27 days to get that motherfucker out. It got lodged up in my intestines somewhere, bro. I thought it was gone. And, bro, it was the bootiest fucking weed you ever fucking smoked. You know, it would make you second guess your decisions. That's a little too late for all that, bro. A little too late for all that. Second guessing. You may be able to reflect upon them. Like, oh my God. But second guess doesn't give you a redo. You're dwelling on the wrong thing. You're dwelling on the what you coulda, shoulda, woulda done, but you didn't. Now, isn't it a shame that all this game is wasted? But let's place it in perspective. At least I'm alive. Now I'll give back some light from within and begin to shine like the brightest diamond y'all have ever seen. If you look deep in my eye, you can still see the gleam. Now, some of you might be knowledgeable about what I'm talking about, and some of you might be brand new and you have no idea that you have no idea that I own a radio station, that I've developed a super app, web developer, social media site. And you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, whatever. I'm not lying. That's what makes it so surreal, is that I'm actually telling the fucking truth. You know what I mean? Actually telling the truth. I mean, like, there's my ambulance right there. FAFO 100. Right? So, because I like coughing. But that panel wasn't open last night. That panel wasn't open last night. You brought your first person Tim brought up there was his watchdog. Bring one of the watchdogs up there. You're not inviting an open panel for an open civil discussion. Not at all. Not at all. It's not a conducive environment. You're allowing people on the panel that have no input to offer whatsoever. No viable solutions. No investment at all. They're not vested. And I don't mean financially, I mean have a vested interest. Do you know what vested interest means? They don't have a vested interest in growing the genre. They're bringing people up on the panel that are just, can't even describe it. Can't even put it, I mean, is it just anybody can come up on the panel and just sit there and not have genuine fucking input into the discussion going on? Or is it we're just going to come up and offer our highly valued opinions? Because opinions are not solutions. And having people sitting on panel because it's going to thwart or others. Motherfucker, I'm not going to sit up on no panel with no motherfucking fuckboys to discuss a motherfucking thing. That's the problem right there. You open the door to too much fuckery. You allow the door to stay by saying, I'm not going to gatekeep the trolls. Gatekeeping is between the artists and the industry. Keeping trolls out of a music community is a different story altogether. Some people just don't get it, man. Some people get it straight out the gate. Other people just don't get it. I was hoping I could hear viable solutions to growing the country rap genre. I'm gonna quit saying community because that ties it to YouTube, and that's a false belief that YouTube is the center of the universe, because it's totally not. Totally not. And it's relevant and it's evident when we go to these events. It's evident when we go to these events. Trust and believe the amount of people that do not know about FAFO and do not know that we even exist because they're not on the internet. They're not on fucking YouTube all the time. So when we're out there in traffic, we meet a lot of new people. I get a lot of new users. My analytics show me that. Would you like to see them? I'll be sure to show them to you here later. But everybody's solution revolved around the same old fucking pollution. It revolved around the same old fucking what you're doing in just a different way, just a different name to it. We're going to title the show differently. Bro, you're still putting it up on social media. You're still fragmented. You're still in an algorithm. You're still compartmentalized and separated in your own platform. That's not going to do shit, man. No matter how good you edit the next top 10, no matter how you do this or do that, it's still a show on a platform controlled by an algorithm, fragmented from the rest of the world. Genres do not grow on social media. Real world representation, which nobody wanted to talk about last night, is necessary for a genre to grow. Everybody wanted to talk about what social media is going on, what they're doing on socials. You guys are fucking got your head stuck up social media's ass so far you can't see the light of Justin Stowers didn't go from fucking 10,000 followers to fucking 800,000 followers or whatever Redneck Rave has right now by staying on social media. He had to develop a real world presence, real world event, real world location, hence Redneck Rave. You have to have more real world representation in order for the genre to grow. Whether it's radio stations, magazines, TV shows, events, fucking stores, something off social media, something that's not controlled by an algorithm, Something that the system does not decide who sees it. I don't care. This cat's cleaning the fuck out of himself. He's all licking his hand, wiping his head, licking his hand, wiping his head, licking his hand, wiping his head. He's still doing it. He's stuck doing it. Oh, now he started licking his other paw and wiping his other side of his head. He's deep into fucking... He trying to clean up. He must have a date coming. This cat, he got fucking mites. And... Get you some water, buddy. Get you some water. Okay. You little... I don't know what's wrong with his ears. Redneck cell phone. This is a 16 Pro Max, bro. Yeah, I don't know if that's a Redneck cell phone, but it's not an Obama phone. What's up, buddy? Hi, buddy. Eat yourself some food. Motherfucking yellow cat got some motherfucking balls on his ass. That motherfucker had a fucking set of fucking nuts hanging out the back right there. That motherfucking goddamn big. He needs to get fixed. The fuck? He's the scroungiest, dirtiest, fucking beating us up fucking cat in the fucking park. What's up, Fatty Freeloader? Fatty Freeloader sitting down there. There's 4 cats sitting around me, and there's a cat inside the house. Prettiest cat on the block. I rescued him. Sammy. Sammy was under my car, bro. Sammy came crawling out from under my car, and he was like crawling out, bro. And he had worms hanging out of his ass, bro. That motherfucker was so sick. He was shitting all over the place, and he had ear had worms, and he was incontinent. I'm talking about all over the place. I had to fucking. You remember when I first got Sammy, y'all? You remember when I first got Sammy? See, I'll tell you how. You know who's not blocked over here? Do you know who is not blocked over here? Tim, Chop, Justin. None of them. Now, the minions, the trolls, the fucking irrelevance, the ones that want to come over here and insult and talk shit, call somebody a crackhead, say I can't be around kids and all that other type of shit. Yeah, they get blocked. I'm blocked on 3 different accounts. No FAFO account is visible over on Tim's page. Not the FAFO 100 radio with 9 subscribers. Not the FAFO 100 with the red logo. Not this account right here. Not Tio Vente or Uncle Dub 100, which used to be Jenny's account. They're all hidden. They're all hidden.
We didn't get any rain last night, did we?
No, and it's going to be 105 degrees today. You got to start watering right now. And you already know it. That's if you want to water.
Last night. I do need to water this morning.
What? Your fucking last night's watering is going to get dried up by noon.
I know, but everything's still wet.
Then wet. Water what you didn't get.
I watered everything.
Okay, well then let it go. You think it's watered enough?
I watered again this afternoon or this evening.
Right.
And I'm gonna do it. I guess we'll just come back over here after I clock in and water the garden.
That's not going to be till about 7 o'clock. I'm just trying to figure out when it's going to be cool enough for you to do that. Unless you want me to do it.
Are you gonna be home?
I don't have no idea. Probably not. Yeah, not if it's going to be 110 index here today. That's what it just said on the news I was watching.
Yeah, it's gonna be that much.
Well, I mean, my room's cool, but I don't want to fucking be laying on my bed all day just to stay cool.
Dry food, no wet.
No, I gave Fatty and that one right here some well. Now get it off the gas.
What, you split a can with them?
What? Yeah.
I give them a whole can.
Oh, see, that's why they're gluttons.
They are good.
I know. Where's the white cat? I just seen the white cat. She's got a fucked up ear. It's a female cat.
The white cat does?
Yeah.
She doesn't eat here.
Yeah, well, no, she ate here yesterday. We invited her over. She came over.
Oh, Lord. We already got 5 cats out here, Jerry.
You know what? Pretty soon we're going to have all of them. We're going to have
No.
like 20 cats up the fucking walk. That's my
I ain't
intention.
feeding 20 fucking cats.
Yeah, we are. If we're feeding 5 cats, we can feed 20.
No, we can't.
We'll just split it up. They get smaller portions. Fatty Freelater, look at him laying there on the ground.
Right, thank you.
Hey, G.
Right.
He's just fat with him. He's just loving it, ain't he?
Look at him with that little tail.
Pink. That little tail.
Flip it. We're talking about you. There you go.
He's moving it. We're talking about this motherfucker right down here.
It must be cool on that concrete. He is fat. He's cozy, comfortable though. He's sleeping, I think.
No. Look here. This page right here, blocked on Tim's page. My Tio Vente page, blocked. The FAFO 100 radio page, it's got 9 subscribers, blocked. The other FAFO 100 page, blocked. The Uncle Dub 100 page, which used to be Jenny's page, but I changed the name on it because I couldn't get a hold of her and I was blocked everywhere. So I changed it, went to Uncle Dub on that one so people would know that it was me and not think it was her because I didn't want her getting caught in the crossfire or blamed for saying something that I was saying because I wanted people to know that I was saying it. So I changed the name to Uncle Dub 100. It's blocked. You know what I'm saying? They're all hidden over there. What do you expect? What do you expect? But you're going to open a panel to have a civil discussion about viable solutions on how we can grow and better the country rap genre. But you're not going to let someone who is not just talking on panels about bettering the country rap genre, but actually financially investing heavily in trying to better the country rap genre. They're barred from the discussion. And you're truly trying to better the country rap genre. And the first person you bring up on the panel is someone that has absolutely nothing at all to offer in the discussion other than to just sit up there and look at their screen. Actions speak way louder than words. TJ said something about a hub. Well, you know a hub can't exist on social media because social media is compartmentalized and separate and fragmented into different platforms controlled by algorithms, which restrict growth. Social media is not designed to grow a genre. It is designed for people to scroll and keep it moving on their separate courses. You're on a course of adventure, you're on your own course of adventure on social media. No matter how much you would like to come together and bring it together and grow collectively, that's not going to happen on social media because not everybody is privy to the same information at the same time. Thus, there's no hub. There's no centralized locale for people to gather information and commune and convene. It's not those features aren't available on social media. I'm sorry. But since I wasn't allowed in the discussion last night, because I'm banned on all channels, and no one wanted to actually hear anything viable about actual means in which we can grow the genre, then I have to take it upon myself to just speak upon it now, because I know there's some bush watchers and some people that were watching last night and listening to what everyone had to say. Now I'll speak my piece. And you already know what my piece is. FAFO 100 Radio. It is the only place on the internet. Hear what I'm saying? FAFO 100 Radio is the only place on the internet outside of social media where country rap can be discovered. As let me finish this up, because I don't want people to say, oh, you can Google a country rap. Yeah, you certainly can. And there are individual websites for individuals. FAFO 100 Radio is the only place on the internet with is all inclusive, with an abundance of information and accessibility to the artists of the genre of country rap than any other place online. There is no other a collection, an artist directory, and information pertaining to the genre of country rap than FAFO 100. It is its own social media site, has over 255 created profiles. That's what I was told last night by Cloudflare when I was building the dial, because I had to migrate files from one Firebase app to another, if anybody knows what migrating files means. So when I was migrating user files, I found out I got 255 users. And it's growing. It'll grow. It'll grow. I know it will. But here's the thing. It only takes a few hundred of us to fucking collectively affect change on an artist's profile. How can we grow artists' platforms? How can we grow the genre? Organized flash mobs. Calculated fucking engagement. Orchestrated engagement to simulate activity close to virility. Create a viral moment. If 500 people go to your platform within a 2-hour period and they do more than just hit it and bounce, but let's say they go to your platform, they scroll down, they like this post, they comment on this post, they share this, they tag somebody, they follow you, they do a few things to show actual organic engagement, that's going to trigger the algorithm. The algorithm is going to recognize that as a numerical spike, and it's going to act accordingly by opening up your fucking streets a little bit more to where more people see your content. Your content is controlled by an algorithm. It can either be seen by a lot of people or be seen by hardly any. And you can be shadow banned and throttled back and all those other terrible things we like to think is happening to our platforms when we have no motion. Okay? But the motion can be orchestrated. The motion can be aggregated. You can aggregate the motion through stimulation. And that stimulation comes from FAFO 100 flash mobs. Orchestrated and organized on a platform, FAFO, that is not algorithmically restricted. It's a chronological timeline like MySpace used to be. And what that means is anybody that goes on FAFO sees the same thing. You're not seeing your own unique platform that's controlled by your algorithm. So FAFO 100 is the hub of all things concerning country rap. But sad to say that FAFO 100 has no voice on the Triple T show. We can't be a part of a logical, civil discussion. You know what I'm saying? No, we're banned from that table. So we have to build our own table and show people what we can grow the genre and grow the artists' platforms. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is. You don't want to be sitting on the other side of that motherfucking table when that fucking river flops, because I'm gonna tell you, I got a winner. Put it to a vote. Make a poll. Is social media conducive? Dave, I'm cool. It's not a matter of being worried about it, because I'm not. What it is, it's telling. It's telling, and it says so much that words are just words. People can get on a platform, get on social media, and talk about anything. It's what you are actually doing to affect change and growth, and they're doing nothing except talking about it, talking in circles. You know what I mean? You're talking in circles, and here I am, a grown ass man, heavily invested in growing the genre of country rap. You know what I'm saying? You look on the side of that motherfucking ambulance right there, that says Country Rap Super App. You think we ain't invested in the growth of country rap? When I'm beating my head against a wall, when people of authority are sitting here kicking around fucking conversations that aren't gonna grow shit. And just because people got personal issues, fucking personality problems, they were talking about what 5 things does it take to succeed. Well, personableness is part of it. And I would not say personality, because some people's personality is shit and they've gone a long way. Okay? There's some people's personality is just prick. But they've gone far with that. Right? But then there's some people who got the best personalities in the world. Can't grow. Money, connections, talent. Money has proven to you that motherfuckers like Forgiato, Blow, and Stitches and Rocky Luciano can be anywhere near relevant in the world of rap. Right there. Okay? You don't have to have an abundance of talent if you got money and connections. If you got money and connections, you need some connections. You need some connections. People that are already in, that aren't trying to keep you down. People that have that clout, that aren't trying to keep you from climbing. You know what I'm saying? Because as sad as it is, and as little as people want to talk about it, there are people in the game of influence that use their influence to keep others from gaining momentum. Oh my God. Oh, is there really? Yes, there is. And it's subtle, and it's really not the artists. It's fans. It's minions. It's the legions that turn on and turn off at the leader. I'm not going to say request, because leader doesn't even have to request it. Leader just has to say, man, fuck Dub. Oh, okay, yeah, you heard the assignment, ladies and gentlemen. It's fuck Dub time. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it happen to a few different artists in the game. You know what I'm saying? J.J. Hughes, prime example. Him and Justin don't see eye to eye. And it reflects in JJ's growth today. I can name a couple other people, bro. I can sit here and name a couple other people that get fucking throttled back and fucking, I don't want to say blackballed, but canceled. Didn't Bev say they said they've been trying to cancel Dub for years. Motherfucker been trying to cancel Dub. Motherfucker been trying to cancel Dub. That's why Dub don't get invited to the cookout. I gotta crash out. Each individual artist is on their own journey. Each artist, content creator, they have their own platforms. Everybody's individual platform everybody's individual platform has limits. Limited reach, limited growth, limited accessibility. Not one artist, from Akal to Ryan to any content creator, from Tim to Chop, is the gateway to the entirety of country rap. No platform is the portal that's going to open up the door to country rap and let it be seen to everybody. You understand what I'm saying? What up now? You're not going to go to Adam Calhoun's platform, no matter how many features he does for an artist, no matter how many concerts or tours he does and how many people he takes on tour with him. When those events and moments are done and over with and everybody's settled back into their own worlds and their own platform and existence, growth isn't fucking readily present and notable. And seriously, it's not going to be the catalyst. One artist isn't going to put you where the whole genre needs to be. And not one artist or one platform can carry the entire genre on its back. Those are just facts. And that's not no fucking slight or fucking, I'm just keeping it 100. Every popular genre that are real genres, recognized genres, exist outside of social media. They have real world presence. They either have radio stations, clubs, different representation other than groups and pages and profiles on social media. Groups and pages and profiles, this news group, this country rap this, country rap that, country rap this, all those are cool, but they all exist on social media, man. In order for them to grow and excel, they need real world representation. And if that means fucking going out and getting a billboard in the real world and putting it up in fucking every city, you need a real world presence. So people outside of your algorithm discover you. Or else you'll be stuck in your fucking algorithm, and that's controlled by a third-party host. Sorry, but you're gonna let your entire career rely in the hands of fucking Meta or Google. You're gonna let Meta decide on how big you get based on how many views they allow your fucking reels to be seen by and everything else. Because there's absolutely nothing organic about any reach on social media. It is all algorithmically controlled. They can allow you to be seen by 5 people. They can allow you to be seen by 20 million people. Meta can make you famous if they want to. That should be a movie, an experiment on making somebody famous. We're just gonna make somebody famous and see how they take it, and see if they're a good person or an evil person, based on what they do with this fame that we've given them because of the exposure our algorithms have allowed them to get. Because I tell you what, if the algorithm allowed millions and millions and millions of people to see me doing artwork and comedy and talking shit and shit, I'd have way more fucking followers. But it doesn't. So I'm confined to the algorithm's allowances. And you're gonna say you're gonna just fight that organically? You can't. You gotta do what fandom did in South Korea with K-pop and J-pop in Japan. You have to do what they did. They organized fandom, fan armies, organized them, sent them to attack the algorithms. Algorithmic manipulation. I don't know what that hand gesture was. I was just manipulating some shit. We send a flash mob Friday of a fat full army onto somebody's platform. We send 300 to 500 people to their platform within a 2-hour window. Man, that's going to be more action they had in all week. Motherfuckers don't get fucking 20 fucking followers a week, bro. If that, you know, if they're on a growth cycle, you know. I'm looking at my YouTube studio right now. I'm looking at my analytics. Let's go to subscribers. In the last week, 7 days, in the last 7 days, I've gotten 43 new subscribers in a week. No, you don't. No, you don't. Dave, and I'm gonna tell you why you don't. Because, for one, we're not trying to reach as wide of an audience, right? The country rap fan base that we're trying to reach in the first place is minuscule in comparisons. And platforms on Facebook are so compartmentalized that 300 to 500 people. I got 43 new followers in a week on YouTube. Imagine if I would have gotten 400 subs that day and not hit and run, not no bot subs or no shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But actual engagement. And that's what the algorithm looks at. The algorithm, let me tell you something about algorithms and GA4 analytics and what they dial in on. They dial in on scroll time, how many times your thumb goes on the page. Like if somebody comes over to your page and they hit the follow button and then they just leave, the algorithm knows that. They know that they didn't come over there and engage. They just came over, hit the follow button and left. That's not rewarded. What gets rewarded by algorithms is they come over, they hit the follow button, but first they come over, scroll a couple times, open up a post, like it, comment, share something, tag somebody, go back up, follow them, you know, show organic engagement of longer than 5 to 10 seconds of engagement, you know what I'm saying? Scroll depth, they study scroll depth, you know, and all those types of engagements and activities, all those events get monitored, right? If you've got 400 people that do that within an hour window, the algorithm's gonna pick up on all that and recognize it as a viral moment must have happened somewhere else. On some other platform, somewhere out there, you went viral, and now there's a bunch of people that are coming to check your shit out. Because 400 follows in 1 hour is a lot fucking more congested and convoluted than fucking 43 follows in a week. You know what I'm saying? And the algorithm is gonna reward that. The algorithm is gonna be tricked. It's gonna get triggered into giving you more fucking highway to work with. It's gonna make your billboard a little bit bigger. It's gonna allow more people to see your content. So when that happens, that's when you have your best content available. Even if you have to refurbish it, repurpose the content that you've put out before, put out your best content, put it out there, because now you're gonna have a lot of new faces that are gonna see your content because the algorithm is rewarding that viral moment. So, and that can create what they call a snowball effect. And a snowball effect creates, you can go from 400 followers in 1 hour to 4,000 followers in the next day and a half, you know, or even more. You know what I'm saying? It can get out of control depending on how hard they hit. And if you got content that people are, oh, wow, and that gets going, and boom, that gets going. And then they can compound. And those are how, Dave, those how you don't need 40 billion teenagers. Those how it can be self-propelling, you know, and get perpetual motion and grow as in itself, you know what I mean? And that's how you grow platforms. That's how you can get fucking the genre bigger. But you won't let Dub up on a panel to discuss ideas like that. You won't let Dub up on a panel to talk about owning content and not allowing the third party host of YouTube to tell you what you can get and control and own content and future fucking use of it. Then people want to be media companies. And Dave, when you say you need about 40 billion teenagers to make it work like Korea or Japan, that's if you were trying to reach the Korean or Japan market, which is fucking a billion strong. We're not trying to reach the Korean or Japanese market. We're trying to reach the country rap market, which is like 2 million strong. You know what I'm saying? So, it being that strong, we don't need as many people to fucking put in some work. And considering that the country rap community, our country rap lane is, you know how they say 6 degrees of separation, everybody's got mutuals. You probably got a lot of mutuals with the artists that you go follow and whatnot, and what we already do as far as following artists on a daily basis. Every day, and I haven't done it yet this morning, I already checked in. Let me go back over here. Views. See, I'm getting about 20,000 views a week. I'm getting about 20,000 views a week, but I've only got 2280 subscribers. You know. What's up, Daisy? Now, let's go back up here. Let me go right here. Boom. View full leaderboard. And who's we got following today? Charlie Farley, Supreme Lyric. Let's go. Boom. Take us to Charlie Farley. I'm already following. Boom. Let me go back over here. Collect that 10 points. Supreme Lyric. Boom. Let me follow him over here on Instagram. I wasn't following him on Instagram. I got him now. Boom. Jeff McCool, Moccasin Creek. I'm already following Jeff. Come back over here, claim that 10 points. Naughty Northern. Me and him are already friends. And Trap House Coda. Me and him are already friends. Got that 10 points. So, I got those 10. And let me go back here to the home. Well, you know what I forgot? Here's what I'm going to do. Boom. Open full artist page. Now I go find the artist of the day. And that's when I look through the artist directory. And the artist directory has everybody from Adam Calhoun to Zach Smith and between. It's in alphabetical order, not in a glazing order. There's no glazing going on FO 100, man. We just give exposure to the artist and accessibility for the fans to find them and follow them. Look here, we got Chop Easy right there. You see that? Somebody want to go? Look here. You want to tap a video? Boom. We got a Chop Easy 50 off the top video. You want to follow the artist? We go right here. It takes you straight to Chop Easy's fucking page. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're talking. Oh, look, he's right next to Chris Hosier. And we got videos, we got follow buttons for and bios for all the artists with videos and follow buttons, booking contact information, message the artist and everything. You know what I'm saying? Tell me that ain't fucking dope. That's called giving more than just, this is more than just a list. This is more than, no, my top 100 list. This is a motherfucking comprised list of bios, contact information, ways to follow, videos, songs. That's what this is. And if you go on this list and you find that there's artists on there that we don't have on here that we should add, all you got to do is let us know and I'll get them on there. You know, and that's some real talk. Hey, I will tell you this much though. I did go in here. I took Jelly Roll off and I took fucking Doobie off. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but Jelly Roll is not a country rapper and neither is Doobie. So I took. You feel me? They just not. I'm looking for the artist of the day. The artist of the day is 50 points. I'm just doing it to find it, just to show the people that you do this, you learn these artists. You learn who these artists are. If you don't follow them already, oh, JJ Hughes, you can watch. You got a video? Yes, it sure does. I can sit here and watch a JJ Hughes video. I can follow the artist. You know what I'm saying? Joe Tyler was just at the Mudfest. I still haven't found the artist of the day. Oh, there it is. Boom. Second chance. Artist of the day. Boom. Claimed. Back to the top button. Love it. You know, it's a learning tool. It's a source of entertainment. It's a 24-hour radio station. It's a game room. It's a social site. It's a discovery hub. It's if someone didn't know anything about country rap music. They didn't know anything at all about country rap music. Where's the first place I would send them? And it's gonna be FAFO 100. Because it's non-biased, it's all-inclusive, and it's everything country rap. Despite who the founder is, despite who doesn't like dub, get out your motherfucking feelings, beat my ass when you see me. How about them apples? But FAFO 100 is going to be the place that newcomers want to go and should go to. Any place else, you're getting his story. You're not getting the full spectrum. You're not. I'm new to country rap, man. Where should I go to find some more? Find out about it. Oh, well, there's this dude on YouTube. You better not. If you want to give them a fair shake at the full scope of discoverability, you're going to send them to FAFO100radio.com. In all fairness, it is the most extensive and inclusive platform dedicated to country rap in existence. And I wish I had more people that saw the vision and wanted to be a part of it and could contribute more with news and updates and content. Because we're dialed in on the licensing and getting the artists their royalties. So the radio station's popping. But there are arms of the uh, platform that could use attention or more attentive I don't want to say that word. I was going to say control, and I don't want to use the word control. Uh, I'm trying to do so much wearing one hat, being, myself, because now I'm building the dial, a totally different website, a totally different. I'm building an app within the dial, and within the dial is going to be FAFO 100 radio that I've already built. But now I'm rebuilding it within the
Jeremy,
dial. Yes, ma'am.
where did you put my big pot when you did dishes yesterday?
Look up underneath the sink. I mean, up underneath the where the.
It's not under. It's not with the
That I
pot
didn't
there.
put the pot anywhere else. I didn't touch a pot.
Well, it was in the dish dryer. It was there. The big
Then
pot.
I look under the. I'll be right back. What's up, buddy? Watch yourself. So, how can we grow the country rap lane? By finding a place outside of social media that we can convene and receive updates collectively about what's going on. Uh, we have a behind the music page on FAFO 100. We have a concert calendar page on FAFO 100. We have a social media site on FAFO 100 dedicated to the genre of country rap. And TJ said something last night about putting together a directory of promoters and venues and clubs throughout the country that host country rap style events so people can plan tours easier and artists have places to reach out and network. We have the ability to host just those types of things on FAFO 100. We do have a bulletin board in our behind the scene, behind the music page. Uh, we have a trading post. We have a place where artists, fans, promoters, all can post anything country rap related, and it can be seen by country rap fans, guaranteed. Not have to hope the algorithm shows it to them. Not have to hope that you guys are on the same page and our friends are with one another. It'll catch on eventually. About how we can grow country rap. About how we can grow country rap civilly. A civil discussion, no arguments, nothing like that, and not trying to bring drama or anything. And say that.
Ellen's for them to have lunch yesterday. Because we had left Ellen's for them to have lunch yesterday. Because we had left over. So
She's telling, go check your bedroom. It's in here somewhere.
I didn't say check your
Damn
bedroom.
where you damn near did. You know?
I just couldn't remember. My memory is so bad. Guess what I did the other night on my way to work? I went stopped at the gas station because my light was on. I needed gas. I bought some water, bottled water, so I'm hydrated, and went outside, got in my car and left. Didn't get my gas. Didn't notice it until I got a block from my job. So I thought,
Then you turn around and went to,
No, I didn't turn around and go back because I didn't think they even believed me. It was.
I think they believe me.
I really don't.
Who would believe you?
The gas station.
Why would they have to believe you about anything?
Because I didn't get my gas. Because I left.
You wouldn't even have to go get your gas. Oh, you paid for gas and didn't go get it?
Right.
Oh, you're dumb as fuck.
I was a block from work. I went to work.
And did you go back and say, hey, I never got my gas? How much did you pay?
$20.
Oh my fucking God. You should have turned right around and went, they know you didn't hit that pump. They know that pump didn't get turned on. The fuck?
See, I stopped at it's not the first gas station, the second gas station. And I went to the one on the left-hand side first.
I'm having difficulty breathing right now.
Oh, it's only $20. Come on.
I'm talking about my lungs need some rosin.
Oh, Lord. That's the last thing. Okay, chicken breast. I'm cooking it with broccoli and carrots and orange sauce. It's going to be braised for about an hour, 2 hours. And I'm going to make rice. It's going to be delicious. Basmati rice with it. Pre-baked the chicken breast, so it's going to be fall off the bone tender.
Let me say this right here. Tim, I don't know if you're awake yet. You had a late night, I know. Hello. But any of your bushwatchers that are capturing the moment, clip this. You're not banned on this channel. You're not hidden on this channel. You have a voice. You can be heard. Your comments can be seen. Your opinion matters. My bad. But me, on the other hand, that's not the same over there. No. I have no voice. None at all. You don't see how that's weird? Seriously. You want to open up the panel to have a civil discussion on how we can grow the country rap genre. But you censor me from the conversation, and the first person you bring up on the panel is Nuggy. I guess you really wanted to get shit solved, huh? You're really working towards solutions there. Had the big solution committee together. You organized the solutions committee. Oh my God. And for what purpose did that serve? I can honestly say that I watched him come up on the panel, and I sat there for 10 straight minutes waiting for him to tell us how we could grow the country rap lane. Just waiting. I got to hear this. We got an expert on the panel. Let's see what he's got to say. But he didn't say anything. The only thing he did was talk to people in the chat. In the chat. You could have stayed in the chat. You didn't have to get up on the camera and just sit there like this. The only thing you can effectively did was block people from actually discussing viable means to remedy a situation that we seem to find country rap in. Nobody discussed what is effectively damaging country rap as a whole. And that's not drama. It's social media. But the only solutions that anybody had last night dealt with social media. You're still victim to social media. You're trying to throw shit at the same wall, but from a different angle. I want to listen to that. They're like my third favorite group of all time. Sweet Leaf. I want to sample that right there. They keep knocking, I ain't fucking with you bitches. All fucking days and I tell you you can get it. Slam dunk or get a motherfucker, yeah I'm it. To my mind. All right. This shit goes hard, don't it? Bop, bop, tuk, tuk. Oh, man. Magic. You know, I know people are saying, when his mom's got people blocked over there, we don't have Tim blocked. And if you're using the fact that my mom's blocked people for being disrespectful as a reason to block me on every account, when we don't block Tim and we let them be seen and heard of and discoverable, just admit it, man. Just admit it. You got me blocked over there because you don't want people to hear what I gotta say. You don't want people to agree with what I'm doing. You're talking about all these different polls and questions and fishing for answers. I seen exactly what you was doing, you know. And I also seen that you was avoiding the elephant in the room. Put a poll out here. Who has invested more time, effort, and money in the last year to make an effective change and grow country rap? Put that poll out. Better not say Adam. He took the last 6 months off. The fuck y'all talking about? Who worked every day? Jenny Clark. Uncle Doug. Who paid bills every month? Who got licenses and started paying royalties to artists? Who sits here and develops and builds shit on a regular? Invests heavily financially into making an effective change and growing the genre of country rap? Who not only put their money where their mouth is, but got a brain that can figure out a way to do it, an effective way. But who's blackballed and who's banned from the conversation? You know how they say put your money where your mouth is? Well, we've done just that, and it will help grow the genre. I know that in my heart it will. I know it will. And it doesn't need acceptance by people that are jealous, because it's obvious, bro. It's obvious, man. That's just crazy, though. Hey, what's so crazy is when I started FAFO 100, it wasn't to one up anybody. It wasn't to be better than these people or do it better or anything like that. It was to help the artist in the genre. You know, I always say I give a fuck about a rapper, and that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the farthest. That's one of the biggest lies I say. Because I've been a rapper for 40 fucking years, man. And my heart goes out to some of these youngsters that keep on butting their head against the walls of social media trying to grow. When I know that that's just like pissing in a bucket with a hole in it. It ain't never gonna fill up, you know? And I'm 55 fucking years old. I can honestly say that my greatest days probably long gone, man. But I'm accepting of that. And now I'm willing to use my energy, my passion. Because, look here, man. You see this hip-hop on my arm? I've had this hip-hop tattooed on my arm 35 years. You know what I'm saying? I've had this tattoo on my arm for 35 years. And it's been a passion of mine. Not just something I wanted to do because other people were doing it. I thought it was a motherfucking way to get a bag or something like that. No, I've been rapping since the 80s, bro. So I've invested a lot of, and I'm not talking about money. We already know we've invested a lot of money. I'm talking about I invested a lot of passion in what I'm building and my vision, right? Because it's a badass vision. And when I started doing it, you gotta let's go back. Let's go way back. Let's go back to like February of 25. January 25. I got clean. January 25. I got clean, and I got clean, and I went to Larry Dale Reed's birthday party. I performed there, one hand on the Bible. I got a video. Would you like to see it? Justin Stowers is in the background rocking on out with me. You know what I'm saying? He rocking out with me. My partying, yeah, one hand on the Bible. Right after I did my song, Justin came up to me and said, man, you want to perform at the rave, man? I ain't gonna charge you nothing. I was like, yeah, man, I'll perform at the rave. March 17th. Let's move ahead to March 17th. Now, at that time, I had already started talking in like early February, man. I'm thinking about starting like a radio station or something, man. Something different. You know, I don't want to start a show on social media. I've been going live forever. I was like, I want to do something different because I know that country rap needs something different. I can't help country rap grow on my own platform. And I knew in my mind, logic told me, ain't no one person and one platform going to make it grow. We need something else. I need to think outside the box. I need to start thinking outside the box. I thought, okay, my mom does radio shows. You know what I'm saying? And then I started doing some research on how to grow genres and subgenres and how do subgenres become genres. Because that was my ultimate goal, was to prove that country rap was a genre that needed its own place at the Grammy table. You know what I'm saying? If Christian rap can get a Grammy, if reggaeton can get a Grammy, Latin hip hop can get a Grammy, then I want country rap to get a Grammy. We've got 200 artists that identify as country rappers with this many fucking billions of streams, this many millions of followers. We're justified as having our own lane, our own genre, and our own charting fucking position on Billboard and iTunes and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So how can I pursue that? And then I found out the common denominator of all the subgenres that were recently accepted as new genres is they had real-world representation through radio play. Radio play was key.
And radio play was key because they were able to gather the reports for the publishing rights for the reporting bodies, BMI, ASCAP, and CSAC, Sound Exchange. And in doing so, you're able to build a record of the royalties getting paid out and the artists that identify as a hybrid genre. So you can gather the analytics and the data necessary to prove your point. You're not just a cult saying, yeah, we're a fucking genre. You know, no, you guys are just a bunch of dudes that rap about fucking outside grills, Foreman grills or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have to have the proof to back it up. So I said, oh, I'm gonna start a radio station. And that's my first thing. I'm gonna start a radio station. My mom was a DJ at a radio station. The connection, it made sense. So that's why I said I'm gonna start a radio station. Let's go to April. Justin Stowers is having an open call studio session in Indianapolis at the Round Table, and me and Modert and Mad County, we decide to go, and I get an Airbnb. You know what I'm saying, that I paid for, and a bunch of people show up, from Shot Crew to Rich Regal to Just in Time to Tim Faust, and you know they all show up. I didn't invite nobody, you know what I'm saying, but they show up. Tim's sitting out on the deck. I offer him a steak, bro. I'm grilling motherfucking Kobe beef. I'm grilling steaks on the grill, right? Like, you want a steak, Tim? Yeah, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Sitting there smoking a cigarette. Later on, we convene indoors. Now, Justin, this is April. I just paid for my first subscription to Radio Co. on March 17th. Hey, baby, how you doing? March 17th is when I finally made my first Radio Co. subscription. Finally said, okay, I'm gonna start a radio station. Mid-April, a month later, Justin's like, let me see your analytics. Let me see the analytics of your radio station. How good is it doing? I'm like, motherfucker, I just started this shit a month ago. I said, give me 2 to 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, a month in, you want to see my analytics. And ladies and gentlemen, that there is what started off all the analytics shit. You want to see my analytics? That's why I be showing my analytics now, is because Justin came in a month into the motherfucking game at my fucking Airbnb talking about, let me see your analytics. I'm like, motherfucker, I just started this shit. Let it grow for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Give me a chance to grow. I didn't want to see your pockets after your first failed rave in a cornfield that only 44 people showed up to. You know what I'm saying? So don't miss me with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So he was, and then after that, Justin started slick dissing. My idea, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, why are you slick dissing what I'm trying to do? I remember fucking 9 years ago when you started throwing a fucking party in a cornfield, calling it a redneck rave. I wasn't hating. Well, motherfucker wasn't hating on what you was doing. Why are you hating on what somebody else is starting off with? You know what I'm saying? But then it went from slick dissing to, man, fuck Doug with a big black dildo. All right. That's how you really feel. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't have them feelings when we did 8 shows together in the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? When I performed at the rave, 2 of his birthday parties, Larry Dale Reed's party, the Outlaw Nation Music Fest, fucking, and a Slap Nasty Bash opening up in Springfield, and another spot I can't remember. It'll come to my mind here in a second. But me and Justin have done 7 or 8 shows together. Never once had an issue or a problem at all. A partying, kicking it, fun, no drama at all. 7, 8 shows together. But then I start the radio station, and then it's fucked up. I'm gonna make fat folks 100, 200. Then you just start slick dissing and talking shit on what I'm trying to build. And then come to find out, Dub done built a bad motherfucker in the midst of getting fucking slick dissed and shit talked on. I still came out and did what I had to do to build a bad motherfucker. And even Justin admitted it was a bad motherfucker. Said you'd have to be a hater not to. And I thank you for it finally seeing that it is a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had support from the get-go. But you know what? Not having the support made me double down and get down and show a motherfucker that I can do this. I'm glad I didn't get the support, because I might have softened up and came with less than. I might have said, all right, this will do. They're feeling this. No, I had to pour it on. I had to show my ass proverbial, literally and figuratively. You hear me? I had to show my motherfucking ass. And I'm not even done. You think I'm done? Fuck no, I'm not even done. I'm in here creating the dial. And the dial is a bad motherfucker. It's got 10 genres of music on the dial. And each fucking dial, each genre opens up to a site just like FAFO 100. Yeah. Each genre is going to have its own artist profile, its own leaderboard, its own social media platform, its own ecosystem. Each genre on the dial. And we're going to start off with 10 genres. I'm getting ready to go to Chicago and meet with AQ, Jimmy's engineer and producer, and see if they want to help outfit the Latin Quarter, the Latin Flow station, because that's what got me intrigued and really on the ball of putting it together. And I just got through migrating a lot of my collection files that are in my Firebase FAFO Social app project. My social project contains a lot of collections, and I was able to successfully migrate all the ones that I needed over to the dial that I'm creating now, and I can build upon it all the front end. So now I have a lot of the back end stuff already fucking structured and built, which saves me a lot of bashing and code writing and fucking hope not fucking shit up. So that's good. You're still drunk? Wow. But so last night there was an open panel. I couldn't get on it. Uh, None of my ex profiles are visible on Tim's chat, so I can't voice any opinion. We have no voice over there whatsoever. And the mods over there want to say it's because they're blocked over here. The only reason people get blocked over here is if they're being disrespectful bitches. Simple as that. If you ain't being a disrespectful bitch, you don't get blocked. Tim's not blocked. He don't come over here disrespected. He keeps that shit over there. I can't block him over there. That's his shit place. So, miss me with all that stuff. You guys are going to discuss a civil way in which we can help grow the country rap lane. I'm going to open up the panel. We're going to have a civil discussion on how to grow the country rap lane. And the first person you bring up on the panel. That's crazy, man. And that's the solution? I mean, seriously, that's the solution? No shade, but what does that person offer the country rap lane? What viable solution do they bring to the table? What means to cohesively bring about change do they talk about? I thought you were bringing people up on the panel to discuss ways to grow the genre. You brought somebody up there that panel blocked and just sat there looking at a screen. I mean, seriously. Didn't offer. I sat there for over 10 minutes waiting for the fucking prolific fucking words of wisdom he was going to give us, and didn't catch a fucking word. And every thing that TJ brought up, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, that can be fixed. FAFO. FAFO's the solution. Or whatever he said something about artists finding places, gigs in the world. Where can they find gigs? FAFO 100. We've got a bulletin board for artists to post on and to discover on right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got a social solution, and ain't none of them working. No social media solution working. We're gonna make a fucking Kumbaya album. We're all gonna get together and fucking do a show. And then that show's gonna end, everybody's gonna go home, and you're still stuck in social media fucking algorithmic ruts. You're slow motion. You're fucking in an algorithm. You're not fucking getting no motion. And you're fucking dependent upon social media to push your agenda. You have limited reach. I've gained 43 new followers this week. And the fucking Jambulance is parked. We're going out this weekend again. We're going out this weekend again. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we'll grow a little bit more. And grow a little bit more. When you're throwing content up, posting, let's just say that's shit that you're throwing at a wall, right? And you're hoping that it sticks. You're hoping that it grows. You're hoping that it goes viral. You're hoping. When do you decide to take responsibility of your own growth and do more than hope it grows? When are you going to try to effectively know it grows? I know this is going to catch fire. I'm going to orchestrate it. That's why they do pre-save campaigns. Hey, we're giving the pre-save out so where you go there and pre-save it and fucking, because they want all those numbers to add up on the day of release so they can try to chart. That's organizing a collective union to collectively do something. We can effectively do that easier and wider on FAFA 100 because not only are we reaching fans of yours, we're reaching fans of his and hers and theirs, all fans of country rap, not just ones that are in your algorithm, but people that see that Jambulance at a NASCAR event or a college football game, tailgating it with the doors open, fucking playing music, letting people see the interior, getting in the booth, recording tracks with people, putting on shows in the parking lot, having artists up on the roof, fucking entertaining folks. You know what I'm saying? That right there is going to get real world representation. You get the real world on board. You get more and more country rap fans collectively going to FAFO 100. That's uncensored, unblocked, unalgorithmically controlled. If an artist wants to post or have their song up on the wall, they can holler at me. We can get it up there, and any fan of country rap that visits the site is going to see it. It's not going to be the slave to an algorithm. They might see it or they might not. This isn't limited reach. This is accessible to all. That's the difference. That's where growth happens. Where we can all convene under a genuine hub. Not somebody that says, I'm starting a page, it's going to be a hub. It's still in your algorithm, bud. It's still in your algorithm. We need to break away from social media algorithms. We've built a badass location. I never said Tim never disrespected you. I said he's never been over in the chat being disrespectful. Trolling by making stupid t-shirts is just fucking juvenile shit. I do the same thing. Being able to talk civil. I'm banned on Uncle Dub 100, that's Jenny's page. I'm banned on FAFO 100, this page. I'm banned on FAFO 100 Radio. I'm banned on Tio Viente, and I'm banned on the FAFO 100 with the red logo. That's 5 different accounts that they have hidden over there on Tim's page. I tried all 5 of them last night, and none of the comments would run through, would show through. I had them up on I had them up on my phone and my tablet, looking for the comments to come through, and none of them came through. You know what I'm saying? So they got me. They got us banned on all 5 of them. You know, so they're completely got me censored to the fullest, and I haven't broken any of the 3 no-nos. Haven't broken any of the 3 no-nos whatsoever. Tim's not blocked over here. You know what I'm saying? But they got me blocked on you're absolutely right, Melanie. You got to think outside the box, man. No, you won't, Ali. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. Don't. I wouldn't let you. That's not necessary. You're talking shit. Quit playing. He's gonna press charges on you. You're not talking about that Tim. You're not talking about that Tim. You're talking about Tiny Tim, a totally different Tim. We know several Tims, and that's not him. That's not the Tim that she's referring to. She's talking about Tiny Tim. Full time Tim. She's not talking about him. Let me do this dab real quick. She didn't mean Tim, she meant him. She just hit the wrong button. Typographical error. So, I've proven functionality. That goes without saying. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by proven functionality, this is proving functionality, is that yesterday 265 views hit my fucking website for an average session duration of 19 minutes and 40 seconds at 2,000 events. That means they came, they stayed, and they did shit. That proves functionality. Now, can it scale? Yeah, it can be scaled. That's why I'm switching everything over to Cloudflare so the dynamics can handle a much greater scale. I'm learning as I'm going, believe me. And I've learned that the Weebly build that I've been using, it's cool. It suffices for now. It was demonstrable, and it allowed me to prove functionality. Now it's time to build its backbone and make it super functional. And with Weebly, I was restricted to the field of play and how they read CSS. And in a Weebly build, your CSS code, which describes the area that's being used, the padding, the depth of shadow, and everything, that's all the artistic elements and aspects of your presentation is your CSS. And it's going through Weebly, and Weebly has its guidelines and what's allowable and what parameters and what they will buffer and different things. So it has a web build look. You know what I'm saying? You could see the sections and the tiles and how it's dragging. You can see how it's tiled off and separate, and it's got a web build look. And a web developer can tell. You know what I'm saying? You can tell this is a Wix build or a Weebly build. You know what I mean? But a Cloudflare build is next level. You know what I'm saying? Because the Cloudflare build it doesn't have CSS limiters. You know what I'm saying? So we can get really fucking good and dynamic and visual with the CSS, and as well as placement can be unique to my design, to where I could sit there on an Illustrator on my iPad and open up a rectangle, right? That's gridded off to inches, you know, and then I can use my fucking Apple Pen and mark off areas that, okay, I want this to be this, I want this to be over here, I want this column to look like this, I want these buttons to function like this. And I can sit there and get totally descriptive in how I want it placed and in what particular order and how I want it to function, how I want it to open this and lead to this. You know, I can actually handcraft the maze without letting Weebly tell me where I got to put stuff, and structure it like that and get more unique with the build and creative with the functionality, you know, and how the video carousel appears, and how I can have the video carousel on a rotating carousel that's 3-dimensional. As the videos come around, you can select that one to watch or whatnot, you know, and it's just epic. And plus, I can use my fucking 3D worlds in it a lot easier with on Cloudflare than Weebly. The functionality and how I can interact with them and make them more immersible. It's going to be fun, trust and believe. But other than that, how's your day going? How's everybody doing? What does it look like? I'll be right back. Hey, Allison, look what I did. I did this while my mom was gone.
After the movie, to tell him about the fire.
The call said there was a fire at Eva's house.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
And Michael started crying. Well, the thing was that the call didn't say anything about Anthony and Dad, only that there was a fire.
And that told investigators.
See what I did?
They were on the right track. Lisa, I love you.
If the jambulance are rocking, don't come knocking. I'm gonna take it and store it with the rest of the stuff at Gary's. I can sell it, give it away. Yeah, that's gonna suck. I got all mine pulled at the same time. I got like 9 done or 11 done in one day. People hear me. And there are always gonna be people that think I'm full of shit, that think that what I'm talking about can't work or has no chance of success or whatnot. Those are your biggest influencers. But then, but then there are those that see what you're doing and know the possibilities. Like, damn, Dub is really fucking building something that's actually fucking badass. But there's going to be people that hold out. They're never be like, ah, fuck that. I ain't never going to accept the fact. Ah, fuck FAFO, blah, blah, blah. Fuck FAFO for life. Dang, and if that's a mental health issue. That's not even a personal issue because to the motherfuckers that feel that way, I probably don't even know them. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to fucking not support something that is trying to grow the genre of country rap based on that, then, oh well. I'm glad that I realize we need to get out of the algorithm in order to grow. Simple as that. And you can't grow in an algorithm. Each individual platform collectively has to come together to grow. And that means the fans of one become the fans of all because they become fans of the genre as well as individual fans of artists whose algorithm they're already in. They already have accessibility to that artist. Do you know, people go to FAFO 100 Radio every day and scroll down that artist directory and find new artists that they weren't hip to. Discover new artists every day. But since it's not tangible on social media, you don't recognize it as an asset and a positive contribution to the genre. Because your lane exists on social media. And if it doesn't reflect in the streams or the views or the numbers, are they really affecting change and growth? And you talk about the little influencers all the way up to the biggest influencers, but didn't talk about one particular influencer. And if you think that somebody that's actually licensed and paying royalties to those artists isn't deemed worthy enough to be discussed as a positive influence in the growth of the genre, then your hate is apparent. I can show you better than I can tell you. Hey, even Justin said, you'd be a hater to say that website ain't dope. So what does it mean when You don't even discuss it. What does that make you? Scared. Yeah. But like David Smeltzer would say, why even worry about such things? And he's absolutely right. Don't need to worry about such things. I just see the fucking, bro, man. I wish people had fucking like, I hate the motherfucking Kansas City Chiefs. But a couple years ago when they won the Super Bowl, I wasn't going to bet against them. You know what I mean? That's the difference, man. Between not fucking with something and not fucking with somebody and knowing whether or not to bet against them. You guys betting against FAFO. That's not cool. That's not kosher. That's not a good bet. It's not a good look. For real it ain't, man. That just shows you how much fucking, if it's not jealousy, then it's just hate, you know, is actually out there on people's parts. Because, to be honest, I don't care how much each individual platform grows out there that doesn't have shit to say about me. You know, entertain your circle, your crowd, entertain your algorithm. Okay, that's a, you know what I'm saying. Entertain your algorithm, because that's what you're doing. You're entertaining your algorithm. You're not entertaining the world. You're not entertaining the rest of the country rap fans in the world. You know what I love? When new people discover us at mud events. When we go to fucking places like the Music Mud Fest and we hand out fucking 500 fucking QR codes and my motherfucking views and fucking visits have gone up fucking astronomically in the past fucking 7 days. I've showed a hockey stick climb in my analytics and my reach as a result of this past weekend's fucking festivities. When new people say, man, I didn't know about a country rap radio station. It's because they ain't stuck over here on YouTube with a bunch of lonely ass motherfuckers. What's up? Ain't stuck over on YouTube with a bunch of lonely ass motherfuckers talking shit on other lonely ass motherfuckers talking shit. For real, for real. I got plenty. You gotta get out and get some. I want to complete the entire back end build and have it stable and ready to handle the front end code. Let me show you guys something, what I'm working on. We have the Dial. The Dial is a independent music network for all different genres of music. They have underground, that's Carnival Radio. You have FAFO 100. Now, each station on the Dial has accessibility to its own ecosystem, just like FAFO already has. And that's what I'm bringing under the umbrella of the Dial is multi-genre radio stations, each with the same functionality and ecosystem that FAFO already has, and that is proven functionality. And what I mean by proven functionality is that yesterday we had 250 people over there spending 20 minutes apiece. Okay, so that's fucking proof of functionality. Okay, when you got over 2,000 events, 265 views at fucking 19 minutes and 30-second session durations, that is proof of functionality. And in doing that, I have been approached by people that represent different genres of music, and that were keenly interested in what I'm doing with country rap, and they see the vision, and they can see how it could work for their genres of music, and it propelled me to create the Dial, and it motivated me to create the Dial, and the Dial's gonna be badass, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The Dial's gonna be badass. Imagine FAFO 100, right? Imagine FAFO 100, but every station on the Dial is a different, boom, there's FAFO 100 right there. That's a station on the Dial. There's the Range, country music. There's Kingston, reggae music. There's the Riff, rock and roll. There's Latin flow. There's the Block, urban hip hop. There's soul and blues, R&B and blues. There's independent underground. That's for all the rappers that don't want to be called country rappers or juggalos. You know, the Webbies and Chris Webbies and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's Carnival Radio. That's the horrorcore, juggalo music and stuff. You know, so, and we're going to have EDM on there as well. You know, we're going to have EDM on there as well. And each station is going to have its own demonstrable, boom, let's go to the Riff. You go to the demo model. The Riff is going to have its own fucking artist, world feed, leaderboard, submit music, game room. It's going to have all that. Oh my God, another alcoholic streaming. Exactly. You know, so, this is, and then you can return to the Dial. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm migrating collections from my FAFO social feed. So all the users that are already on my website, they will automatically be users on the Dial, okay, once I bring the Dial to life. I'm gonna change those names, Melanie. Those are just placeholder names. You know what I'm saying? Those are just placeholder names. And here's another thing. I'm not gonna be the one to flesh out those radio stations. I'm not gonna build the artist directories of all the different genres. I'm not that invested in the different styles of music and knowledgeable to know who to include in the artist directory. I imagine a rock and roll artist directory would be pretty fucking deep, you know what I'm saying, if you were to cover a lot of, you know, I don't know what the scenes are like these days, you know, for real. I'm not into that type of current music scene. So what I'm looking to do is I'm developing the engine. I'm developing the dynamics of the stack, the build of how the functionality. I've proven with FAFO100radio.com functionality, and that is, you can't buy that. You can't session depth, engagement. You can't buy that. You can buy views. You can pay to have people see your shit, but you can't pay for them to stick around and actually start doing shit. That's on the individual to take it upon themselves to do that. So when I can get 265 people in a day to visit the fucking site and spend 19 minutes there, you know what I do? I find out who are those 265 people, and how can I copy that audience? What makes up? What similarities are common in that audience that I can factor into advertising towards, into steering advertisement towards, so I can find like-minded people, the same types of people. You know what I'm saying? The people that are spending 19 minutes on my website, I need to find more people like that. And when you've been doing it for a while and you start gaining these analytics and you start putting this dossier together of this types of people that are absorbing your content that deeply, you can put together a campaign to attract those types of people. But I didn't put my finances into that because I, for one, don't trust life on social media. No matter how hard you push it, no matter how much you pay for it, no matter how many ads you post or reels you run or anything like that, you're still on social media's algorithms. And that right there is a death trap. And I've told that to John Connor, I've told it to anybody else. We had to spend money on a real world representation. That Jambulance that I'm looking at right there, that motherfucker is going to be an attraction. People, when we get the ground effects kit on there and have it glowing all up underneath it, looking badass at nighttime, you know what I'm saying, with the lights lit up inside there and the speakers blasting and music going, it's going to be a fucking nice, entertaining fucking attraction. And it's going to bring people to the station, and coming to the site is going to introduce them to all kinds of new artists in the country rap lane, all kinds of new videos, information, and music, and accessibility, and the ability to interact with fans that are on the same page, and meet new fans, because there's no algorithm on FAFO100radio.com. You come there, you can be seen by everybody that goes there, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You can interact and engage with new people that aren't commonly on your algorithm on social media. This is a place where true fans of the culture and genre of music and the artists that make it can gather and get information on who to follow next and where to go, and the shows to be seen and everything else. It is all informative and all inclusive. We're not gatekeeping. We're not fucking check this out. If you put out that genre of music and it fits the criteria, then your music is submitted. Jenny puts it in rotation. We get your bio, an artist profile gets built, and you go from there, man. You start engaging, start interacting. Artists can put up to 10 of their fucking songs on their profile. We got means in which you can start having your own merch connected to the merch store, or you can have us design merch for you and do fulfillment. And you can make $7.50 off of each t-shirt sold, because you're splitting profits after sales, you know what I'm saying, and shipping. The cost of manufacturing and the cost of shipping is factored in. And then after that, the profit, we split the net profit 50-50 between me and the artist whose shirt gets sold. And it's a passive income. They don't have to do anything except approve a design, and we upload it in our store. And if somebody orders that design, they get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? And they can get paid more the more people they direct to the store to get the design. If they like the design, hey man, we got a new drop, we got a new t-shirt, you can go pick it up, blah, 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 and start making a passive income that way. I want to do that with more and more artists, and they can sell their music. We got the ability to where you can upload your music and sell it in a digital download format on our website, even if it's unpublished and unreleased. Even if it's just music in your catalog, in your library of music, and you say, you know what, I want to see if this will sell. You can put it up there for sale. You're responsible for mixing and mastering quality of your material. So if you want some bullshit music of yours out there in the public to be consumed, then go ahead and put it up there. But we're allowing you the ability to do so. And that in and of itself is badass. You know, giving an artist a platform to where they can sell their music, sell their merch, create content, and have a tip jar immediately. You don't have to wait till you got a certain amount of followers. And guess what? We don't take a percentage of your tip jar. We don't take 50%. We don't hold your money for a month like somebody buying super chats or anything like that. We don't do that. You get 100% of it. The only thing we do is you got a tip jar. If somebody hits your tip jar, it opens up the options to pay in PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or Chime. You know what I'm saying? If they want to send you something, that's on them. That's between you and them. They send you a thank you note or whatever. We don't get a dime of it. The only thing I did is made the option available to where you can make it available to the public. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cashing in on that. That's just like somebody getting super chats or stars, except YouTube don't get half of it. You want to send $5, Cash App them $5. They get it immediately. That's my way of thinking around fucking stars and stripes and all these other kinds of hypes that got us thinking that we're getting some money because people got to pay the taxes on the coins that they buy to throw you and the super chats that they give you, and then they take half of that and they keep it for a month. You know what I'm saying? So they're making interest on off the dividends that they're getting, and they're holding an escrow for a month before they give you a portion of it that's already been taxed 2 ways. And so you know you're not getting your true value of what the fan really wants to give you. So we make direct contact on FAFO 100. You know what I'm saying? These things will catch on, and I honestly believe in my heart that what I'm building is for a really good purpose. And I know that collectively, outside of the algorithms of social media, we can convene and grow the genre. Genres were not meant to grow on social media. Simple as that. It doesn't matter what kind of solutions we find. Every solution I heard last night revolved around something to do with social media in some form or fashion. And any solution that I heard about that, or any issue that I heard that I felt was solvable through FAFO's already established outside presence. That's an outside presence. You guys can get your channel taken down. I can't. This channel, YouTube channel, but I can't get fucking FAFO100radio.com. You know, that's not going to get a strike. You know, it's accessible to all, to anyone that learn about it. Now, how do I get people to learn about it? That big motherfucker right there. That big motherfucker right there. Hell yeah. I'll be going up to my fucking college campuses, fucking country high schools down in Columbia and shit. Music blast and handing out fucking QR code stickers. Check out the website, Super Rap, Country Rap, Super Rap. If you ain't heard it, go listen to it. You'll love it. Boom. You know, start getting the word out. Start actually getting the word out. And here's the good thing about FAFO100radio.com. It's all ages. It's all inclusive. There's not no fucking drama or bullshit popping off of FAFO 100. You know, we had fucking Bucky's World, you know, which was a learning center for children to learn how to play instruments, learn how to do recording in the studio and stuff. You know, all that is positive. And I say that to say that there are so many different opportunities to advertise the website with the Jambulance. Wait till it cools down this year and I get that motherfucking Bucky the mascot uniform that Allison can wear while we're fucking doing a damn thing, because she really don't like to sell the t-shirts. So I'll sell the t-shirts. She just bounce around in the Bucky costume. You know what I'm saying? No, I'll wear the Bucky costume. I'd love to wear Bucky the Goat motherfucking mascot uniform costume. That would be epic. 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 I'd roll up to the rave dressed up like Bucky. Motherfucker don't even know who it is. Like, man, that's Dub. Let's get him. Yeah, get these nuts. Tell him. It's gonna get hot today, y'all. Still have some finishing to do. We got the side compartment to finish out to get the floor in. I got to get the oil changed. I need a diesel mechanic to take a good look at it. It handled beautiful on the highway, y'all. Driving to Bowling Green and back, it was fine. I didn't have like no issue at all. You know, no issue at all. That's a fuck ton of cameras in one spot. Yeah, we used to grow marijuana, bro, outside. You know what I'm saying? We had a marijuana farm outside. We had to get this angle covered, that angle covered, and in the front covered. You know what I'm saying? The Ring camera's a broader camera. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, those served a purpose because we were some pirate marijuana growers. They had a couple of big ass motherfucking Berthas back here last year. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we had the cameras put there, and they just are still there. The only one that works is the one right there. It's the top one. And the one over there. And that one back there. Yeah, I used to fucking tweak out on fucking intruders. Trolls had me scared. All the threats of fucking attack had me a little gun shy. And you know, it doesn't take every artist and every fan. And that's the good thing. Is it takes these daily visitors that I'm getting, and it's going to start growing. It's going to start growing and growing and growing. That's fucking beautiful, bro. In the last 28 days, 7,400 views, averaging 10 minutes and 2 seconds with 80,000 events. Now watch this. I'm going to screenshot it. Bam. And I'm going to show it to you. 7.4 thousand views, 10 minutes and 2 seconds, 80,000 events. Right? So that's over 10 events per view. Now watch this. I want you to compare this screenshot and interpret it as if it were Facebook impressions or YouTube views and what the equivalent would be. I'm going to send it. Now that's 7.4 thousand. That might not seem like much to you guys. But you got to realize that's 7.4 thousand views that wanted to come off of social media and come over to the website and spend 10 minutes apiece there. That's a totally different discussion. That's a totally different discussion. It ain't just somebody that scrolled past your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody that just scroll past it and stayed there for a couple of seconds and caught a view. These are fucking 7,400 people that intentionally left everything on social media and came over to my website and spent 10 fucking minutes there. In attention to terms, that's relatively what is the average Facebook click rate? Those same impressions on Facebook would require 493,000 impressions to any kind of session duration. And to have a session duration of 10 minutes is total viewing hours at 10 minutes with 7.4 thousand views at 10 minutes a piece is pretty damn good. What would the total viewing hours for the month be? $13.26 viewing hours. Now let me go here. 13.26 viewing hours. Let me go to analytics. Let me go to watch time. And let me go 28 days. Okay. I've gotten 461 subscribers in the last 90 days. It's not bad. It's not like fucking great, but man. So getting and building engagement and people to build interest in the dial, and which is taking on multi genres of music to do the same thing that FAFO 100 is doing for country rap and the country rap lane, and the call to actions and the leaderboard, and the social site, and the music and everything that has to do with FAFO100radio.com. We're trying to put the same engine of functionality multiplied by 10 under the dial. I know. I know it sounds crazy as fuck. And it sounds crazy as fuck to me too. But in Messenger when I'm live, so I don't have to leave the chat to check my because I can check my Messenger on my tablet. You know. It's supposed to be 110-degree heat index today. My mom might take Andrew over to Andrew's house because it's a lot cooler there than it is here. And I might find myself at your abode. I got to make a couple shirts for some people. I got to make a shirt for Honey, and I got to make a shirt for Big Country. So just know, guys, that I've heard people's suggestions, and I am working on the dial. This is my developer page right here, and the dial has FAFO 100, but it also has The Range, Kingston, which is reggae music. It has The Riff, which is rock and roll. It has The Block, soul, R&B, independent underground, and carnival radio. You can enter the station. When you enter the station, you get each individual ecosystem dedicated to that genre of music. You get... Let me put that on pause, man. Y'all ain't ready for that. Because I had people say to me, Dub, man, that's badass what you built. I wish we had something like that for this genre. I wish we had something like that for that genre. Well, you know what? I'm building the template that can be filled by any passionate person that represents those genres and may already have their own radio station that they want to attach to the dial.
If you get hungry, the food's on the stove. It's all cooked and done.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had to warm it up a little bit. Well, you won't now. If you eat now, but if you wait, you might have to warm it up a little bit in the microwave. I didn't want to cook in the heat of the day, but it's all done. It's on
Cool.
top of the stove.
Ooh. We're doing some good stuff, man. We're doing some good stuff. I'm fucking blessed, man. Seriously. I noticed A-Cow was in the chat yesterday again. People paying attention, yo, because I'm doing it right. I'm not entertaining hate. I've done damn good staying away from the hate and bullshit. We had a good outing this past week. We were able to represent, meet a lot of good people. And hopefully new people joined and we made an impact. And people were impressed by it. Demon was. Demon gave me a good listen the other day, last weekend, man. You know, we were just chilling on the Jambulance, talking, and he allowed me to show him some stuff about the website that he'd never seen because he hadn't been over there. You know, admittedly so. He's got his own life going on. But what grabbed his attention was the Jambulance, the tent, the sponsor poster, the professionalism of what we had set up and going on. You know, man, okay, yeah, I see this. Let me give this some attention. You know, and that's all I need is just a couple minutes of your time. And I'm going to impress upon you the value of what we've built. And hopefully it can get more people like Demon to give us shout outs and do promos for us and be supportive of what we got going on because they realize the value. Not because they feel compelled to, but because they actually realize the value of what I'm putting together. You know, and people do. That's why Adam's been around more often in the chat, making his presence known. That's why Justin came in the chat saying that you gotta be a hater if you don't say that website ain't dope. He said the fucking Jambulance was brilliant. You know, these guys are coming around and finally giving some flowers. It's appreciated. I appreciate it. I'd be a liar to say I didn't. But I'm not doing it for that alone. I am actually trying to build something that can help grow the genre. And when you want to sit on a panel for fucking 3 or 4 hours and talk about growing the genre, but you got me banned from 5 different accounts, and I can't even speak on the matter, and all the time and effort that me and Jenny are putting in to building and bettering the genre, that's like ignoring the elephant in the room. It's weird. It's unwarranted. It's unwarranted. Because you want to hear a shocking statistic that's true? FAFO 100 Radio, FAFO 100 Media is responsible for putting more money in the pockets of more artists than anybody else in the country rap genre. That's a statistic you can't beat. Because we play publishing. And any artist that's fucking published through BMI and ASCAP, and most of them are, they're getting their royalties from us. A lot of these artists go to all these events and perform for free. They don't get paid by the people that are supporting and promoting the genre. I'm trying to grow the genre and make sure the artists get paid in the process. And increase their chances of getting paid by giving them avenues of revenue that they don't already have. I'm trying to make it to where we all get bags on different levels. That's facts. You can't deny it. You can't say it's not. Because I'm sitting there breaking it down, show you ways that here's a way an artist can get a bag through FAFO. Here's another way an artist can get a bag through FAFO. Here's another way an artist can get a bag through FAFO. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you all kinds of options. I'm giving you ways where we can host pay-per-view events for you. We can host your own viewing parties that people fucking Patreon customers, members only, can get the fucking password to come view your video premiere before it drops on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We're giving you a platform to where you could fucking have your own members fucking platform to where you get fucking exclusive content there, the unreleased material that you want only your super fans to hear, the ones that are fucking paying for memberships. We can host that type of content for you that you're not hosting anywhere else without letting the entire general public see it, because you can't put the caps on it like we can for you with the password protection. You know what I'm saying? We can do so much to help the artists get bags. It's just networking outside of social media. You know, when more people see the functionality and see that it's badass, like Justin said, the website, it is badass. You lead the right horses to water, and they start drinking, the other horses are gonna see them motherfuckers getting fucking filled up, and they're gonna start getting thirsty. I don't need to lead every horse to the water. I don't. You talking about feed the horses? I don't need to lead them all to the water. There's a few that are sniffing around the well, wondering what's this water taste like over here. Dub's been fucking talking some good shit, and he's putting his money where his mouth is. I think this has potential. And there's people that are looking at it in just that way. Hold up. Now this might have some potential. See, last year he was just talking ass shit. Now he got assets behind. You know what I'm saying? Now there's assets involved. You know what I'm saying? There's tangible ways to change the atmosphere in the playing field, so to speak. You know, it's just more than somebody sitting at his mom's house on the couch talking shit. Now he's actually putting that shit talking into effect and into work and manifesting stuff and making shit and building. You know what I'm saying? Now, okay, now we see what you're doing. Now you're waking them up. Keep on doing that, Dub. Don't hold up. Don't slack up. Get your foot on the neck and apply pressure like a motherfucker. Step down. You hear me? Apply pressure. Don't let up. Go next level with it. The dial coming next. I'm getting ready to go incorporate multi-genres, because what doesn't catch fire with country rap immediately because of lack of total cooperation through the community because of personal dislikes is gonna catch fire in the Latin community when AQ takes the reins in that with that station, using the engine that functions FAFO 100 in the way that we use it over in his sector. That's gonna blow. I've had a couple people say, man, if we had something like this for this genre, for the underground, you know how many artists I know locally that don't fucking that wish I was doing it for just underground, independent underground, because they're not country rappers. They don't identify as country rappers, and they feel funny trying to get their music on FAFO because it's not country rap. Bringing this type of engine, this type of functionality, the ecosystem of FAFO 100 is replicable. So you replicate the ecosystem. That's what I'm doing right now, and I'm building it on Cloudflare. I'm not building it on Weebly. This ain't a Weebly build, y'all. This is a custom build on Cloudflare. I done gone next level with the build. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see in the look and the functionality of the entire site, trust me. And we're building the native app right along with it. Okay, so that's to be recognized. Recognize that too. So we're building the dial. And the dial is gonna house FAFO 100 and 9 other genres of music in the same style ecosystem as FAFO. Leaderboard, social media site, gamified reward system, climbing up the ladder, daily check-ins, fucking the newsroom. But the coloring is gonna change, the artwork's gonna change, the vibe's gonna change, the radio station is gonna change to a different genre of music, and the artist directory is gonna change to reflect the artists that are getting played on that station. You know what I'm saying? So if an artist is getting played on that station, an artist profile is developed for them since they have rotation. You know what I'm saying? So And that's going to be done, but I'm not going to do that for every station. We're going to find ambassadors, people that are locked into those genres of music that might already have radio stations for those genres that want to attach their station stream to the dial and take over that position and build their social site. You know what I'm saying? What we are offering is a template. Look here, yo. I'm not even going to bullshit you. Our radio analytics average listening time is like 4 times average, national average for independent radio stations. I mean, seriously. We have serious retention for a young radio station. And it's because of the website. And it's because of the social media site and how it's developed. It's gravity. It sucks people in. It keeps them there. They get active. They get to creating content, fucking checking the leaderboard, going back, doing this, reading the book and everything else. You know, I got episodes of a fucking badass fucking blacklisted country rap Pulp Fiction novel going on in there. You know, people get in there and read, and that fucking increases session durations, bro. And it's good, you know. Other radio station owners, they see those type of fucking analytics, they're like, damn, I wish I was getting my listeners to stay on the station that long. Well, we can help you build your own ecosystem, your own fucking social site ecosystem catering to that genre of music and that community and those artists that you play. You know, people like that, man. Trust me, I think people can like that. That's a service you offer subscriptions, yo. You build the structure that houses the ecosystem that FAFO 100 is already functioning on. It's a functioning ecosystem of fan support and artist support through fan activation and fan reward through a gamified leaderboard. You know what I'm saying? That concept right there, that transfers to every genre. You build that template to where when all they have to do is insert their radio station stream, decide how they want to set their template, decide the color of their template and everything else. It'll be just like MySpace, how you could change your color templates and everything and your vibe and whatnot. Then that gets developed for you, and then you create your artist profiles. And there's placeholders where you can just drag and drop. You'll be able to open it up to add image, to add bio, to add video, URL link for video. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to create the artist profile directory yourself through the music that you already played. Whatever music's in your catalog, make sure you got an artist profile for that artist that's playing. You know, if you want to get that intense with, you know, every artist that you have on the station playing in rotation, have an artist profile for, you know, and keep a template to where any new station that was to come on and say, hey, I want an acid rock station, you know what I'm saying? If you're willing to pay the $300 a month subscription fee, you know, and you have your own licensing through your radio station and you want to do the build work that we give you the template for, then yeah, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? I can have a couple hundred stations under the dial using the same social templates. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, is that you have access to every member of the dial already. That's the good thing about a subscription. A subscription for a radio station on the dial. When you subscribe to the dial, not only do you get the ability to design your own social atmosphere, right? You already have users that are already users on the dial that can come into your radio station on their own for organic discovery. You know what I'm saying? And the dial's not hidden from anybody. If somebody's turning the dial, they can organically discover your station. You know what I'm saying? And there's going to be already members of the dial. So you're not responsible for providing your own audience to start with. So if you already have your own niche audience that listen to your independent radio station, but you want to grow your independent platform in a social sense and with artist directories and fan activation and the same model and structure, what you are also gaining with getting a template and getting subscription is fan activation through the leaderboard system, which is randomized to pick artists in your directory for people to follow. So we already have a system in place to where when a fan tunes to your radio station and can earn points and climb your leaderboard. You know what I'm saying? That's already in place for you. You don't have to do that work. You don't have to organize that. That science, that engine's going to already be in place when you get the template. And when you purchase the subscription, what you also get is already active fans on the dial that may have come in through different channels. They may have been introduced to the dial by a different genre, not just FAFO 100. At one point, FAFO 100 is just going to be another spoke on the dial. It's just another station on the dial, FAFO 100. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the 100 spot, you know what I'm saying? Because I keep it a buck, right? So, there's going to be KJM 92.7, you know what I'm saying? There's whatever call numbers are available that somebody wants to apply for when they subscribe to the dial. They'll get a template, and that template will allow them to build their station just like FAFO 100's built, with the same bells and whistles and functionality. You know what I'm saying? But their genre, their coloring, their branding, you know, and also their access to analytics. They're going to get access to the personal analytics that their station achieves. You know, how many listeners they've had, where they came from, how long they stayed, and everything else. All the analytics that pertain to growing their brand they'll have access to. And that comes with the subscription as well. You know, that's how I'm thinking. That's how I'm thinking. How we can, and bro. That just took owning a radio station to a totally different fucking, we're talking about a different fucking business model entirely. It's now you are selling the game. You know what I'm saying? You're not giving it away. You're selling game. You're selling fucking functionality. It's like, what are they doing now? All's well. All's well. What was Johnny talking about? What happened? I can't go look at nothing, man. I'm not. Oh, all is well. I can't go watch your last video, bro. I can't be drawn into that shit, man. I can't, man. I'm sorry that whatever the fuck is going on is, yeah, I can't entertain any of that, man. I'm trying to fucking, bro. I'm trying to build something that, you know, you got to know when to pivot. You know what I'm saying? You got to, and not really, but just fucking branch. You know, and this is where branches is. I've always had the dial in my head, man, and the dial has always been in my head. But trying to come up with ways to fill the dial hasn't really, because I was like, man, I don't have the time to build a rock and roll station. I don't have the time to build an urban hip hop station. And then me and her, the same type of thing that you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Do a Latin version of it, right? And I was like, well, you know, I had already thought about this concept that I got, and me and him were talking about the dial and whatnot. And I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna start running some design ideas through, and I'm not doing this build on Weebly. I'm doing this build on Cloudflare and web and app development through Next.js, and doing it the right way, structurally the right way, having really good control over the CSS and not limited by a Weebly build. And it's a total different. Here comes that girl. Kitty, 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 kitty. It's a totally different type of build, but you will be able to note and notice the difference greatly when you see the new look of FAFO 100 radio when it comes under the Dial umbrella. Um, I don't know if I'm going to phase out FAFO100radio.com as it now exists, or if I'll just keep it. There's pros and cons for both. My mom said, "That cat don't come over here and eat." His ear got mangled. I knew she was gonna come over here and eat.